Hello, hello,
Hello,
everybody.
welcome back to
Parking lot movie
Movie Reviews.
reviews. It's a chilly one
It's a chilly one,
for a chilling movie.
very much so. We just watched No
No
Other
other
Choice.
choice.
And
Who knew paper could be so brutal? That's my first reaction coming out of the theater. I am just like, I'm in shock
yeah,
of the commentary in this film.
pretty direct.
Yes, very direct. How humorous this film was. I was
Yeah.
not expecting that. Um, and just this shock and awe of it all. I'm kind of still coming down from it.
It was, yeah, it does kind of like fill your mind. It's a major commentary. I think I think that can like be derived from the trailer overall. Like they kind of give you the premise, but then they kind of the trailer like alludes to like it being like a little more like direct in its action, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak. But it is so
There's
complicated.
so much to like
So
so many things that happen in between the stuff
yeah,
that they show on the trailer. So
yeah,
I think honestly that's a great point because
hmm
sometimes we see trailers and we're just like they gave away the whole
everything, the whole
movie,
movie.
and you can see this trailer and think, like you just said, like I kind of know where this is
Yeah,
going, but no, there is
mm-mm.
so much nuance, so much this main character
hmm
does.
hmm
Yeah, what a great performance, by the way.
Yeah, it really was. Like there's a lot of like again the nuance, the subtlety, the lengths one may go, and then it doesn't just wind up being the lengths that one may go as much as it's the lengths that many may go.
Exactly. In so many different
Yeah,
situations that people
yeah,
are put in. And again, this is very extreme. It's extremely satirical,
hmm
um, very heavy on the commentary, like we said. But very
it
necessary
really
film. I
was.
think this is one that's going to age really well.
That's a fantastic thing to come from a director like Park Chan Wook. It's like he keeps delivering. You know, you got the Vengeance trilogy out of him, and that's probably amongst the most noteworthy. You know, being Old Boy,
Mm-hmm.
and that movie. If you really watch that movie and you know that movie, it's fucking bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, this one is absolutely bizarre as
Yeah,
well. I think that's a great word. It's
yeah,
like brutal, bizarre,
hmm
shocking,
yes,
but then funny.
yes,
It
yes,
has everything.
yes,
It's a film that does it mixes genres at times, but
hmm
does it very very well. Where you're kind of like you just don't know what to expect from
yeah,
one scene to the next.
yeah. And you also have to like take into consideration that this is the like you immerse yourself and this in this world, this does exist, this scenario exists.
Mm-hmm.
I almost felt as though at times you're gonna like wake up from a fever dream. It almost felt like that from time to time.
Yeah, that's a really good point because I felt the same way where there were some parts I'm like, is this all real?
Yeah,
Like, is this all
yeah,
happening? Because it really was so bizarre
uh-huh,
and but yeah, it was all happening in this world, like you
yeah,
said. It was all happening.
yeah. You mentioned like the paper aspect. Obviously, it's a very big aspect. There
Huge.
is you can really align yourself with being a professional in any industry, like even with
That you're
this.
passionate
Yeah,
about.
you're passionate about it,
Yeah.
and it's just like you're unwavering in your passion for it, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
like totally get it, but at the same time we see how externally it could be frustrating for others, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
It's interesting to see the lengths that others will go with the help of others unintentionally.
Mm-hmm.
I did at times find myself reminded of like a certain Bret Easton Ellis novel that was adapted into a movie, a very famous movie. There's a subtle part in that movie that has to do with paper,
Yeah.
and I think you can assume if you're a cinephile, you can assume. But this movie, just wow.
I know. And then visually, like it also changes with the mood of the film, which I
hmm
really liked. Like in the beginning, you get a lot of like, even from the opening scene, a lot of like bright colors
hmm
and just this feeling of glee and happiness, and the sky is blue. And
hmm
and then as this movie goes on, it becomes bleaker and bleaker and bleaker. And even with these scenarios, they get more outrageous and outrageous.
Yeah.
Like, it just keeps going. And they even did that really well with like the cinematography and making it look like, oh, shit is going down, and it's not good.
And it's not good. Absolutely stunning, beautiful coloring.
Yes. The greens, like greens and blues.
I know when the red would pop in.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
incredible.
Very, very vivid. When it had the colors going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's funny to watch it too, and it's like you're the fly on the wall, right, in this film, but then you get to like see how other characters experience these characters, and how like you know everything and the character knows everything, but everyone else all around, it's kind of like the less you say, the better off it is. Everyone else just kind of has their own assumption of what's going on.
And everybody played a role. I really enjoyed that. It is about a family. And in the trailer, you do really see, main character energy. And it is very much that in this film of the father. But the family also plays a really big role. And a lot of the unspoken tension and kind of reactions, stuff like that. It's just very well done, even as a cast.
And even sticking together, like the family aspect, the cast aspect, they give a good feeling overall. Like they do stick together as a family. And that's what I meant earlier about like the lengths that one may go and the lengths that many may go.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh wow, like you just believe. And that doesn't necessarily always mean that things are like morally correct when you believe in the ones that you love, but
or I think it's about too like class consciousness.
That's a great way to reframe. Yeah,
you know, again, this story is very extreme, but you know the meaning behind it. It is something that the family sticks together because it is one of those. We're not each other is not the enemy. You know, we have a common enemy. You know, or we have a common goal, kind of thing. And and it's classism and capitalism. You know, all that fun stuff.
All the fun stuff. It has a strong, I guess, political and classism overtone. You know. Fantastically executed.
And it is a foreign film. It's Korean. So there are subtitles. It's about 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours.
Yeah.
But I think the pacing was really well done. I didn't feel like I was anxious to get out of the theater. It kept you very engaged. So I did like that. Like it was a longer film, but I feel like it needed that.
Yeah.
I think if this film would have been shorter and they tried to rush everything, it wouldn't have the impact that it does. It needed that slow burn.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Totally, wholeheartedly agreed. I'm trying to think of other things that like it really, like it really is like almost a overwhelming in a good way.
Yes.
You know, we've mentioned in other talks about like catharsis. I feel as though like it kind of has that, where there's just like forced collective catharsis around accepting, understanding your place and the sacrifices you are willing to make. You know?
Yeah.
So I just like, like it's a whelming film.
Yes.
Not overwhelming, but whelming.
And there are some parts, if you're like we said, the common thing, brutal, you know, it's a beautiful, brutal film. So yeah, if you're not used to like watching like violent films, or it's not that it was so much violent, but there was some imagery in there, very intentional imagery that is shocking. That at times I was in the theater like, like, you know, just like, ooh, like a little like squeamish, a little, like it has that aspect to it, but then you're also going to be like laughing your ass off on some parts. It's just like beyond me how a director can like write or how a story can be written like that, where at times you're just like shocked, and then at times you're laughing, and then at times you feel sympathetic, but then at times you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Exactly.
Why are they doing it? It's like this back and forth feeling in the film that I love it.
Yeah.
I love like not just feeling the same way the entire time. Where it's just like you kind of have this up and down with the character and with everybody around them.
There's a lot of that when it comes to like, you know, most times, more often than not, you're like rooting for a character, or you want to see like a redemption. You kind of feel like you're coming into like somebody's life, and that's like the tone
That's a
of
big
it.
theme.
It
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
is.
And
But
it's,
this, like you said, it does have that. Like, you're just like, I like him. Wait, I don't know. Wait, I
yeah.
like him. Wait, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like them. Wait, I don't
And
know.
then, but then you're also understanding this is, commentary.
Mhm.
And so it just, it takes you so many different places.
Mhm.
So I find that it not being linear like
Mhm.
in that way with the character is very fascinating and
Yeah.
what makes the movie intriguing.
Very much so. Very much so. A great over the top rendition of understanding one's place in the capitalist world,
Society,
in
yeah, in
society.
general, yeah.
What it, at one point too, I even thought to myself, like, this is like the lengths people may go to fit in general. If you took
Yeah,
out
there's
the
even some of that in
yeah.
there. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of social aspects as
Mm-hmm.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Lot of trust. It's just wow.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? Major
It's
wow.
it's a film you'll be thinking about for a minute
I
after you
firmly
watch
agree.
it. But yeah, beautiful score as well. A lot of films have been like wowing us like with the score. This one was
Ooh,
another
yes.
one that
Mhm.
was phenomenal. So just well done.
Mhm.
Well done from that perspective as
Mhm.
well as like cinematography, score, acting,
The Foley.
The Foley.
The
Yeah.
Foley was spectacular. I'm so glad you brought up the score, because I thought to myself during parts of it too. It's just like, wow, this sounds amazing. You feel like you're like immersed by isolated sound,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
many great aspects to this film. Beautifully shot, as you said. Story. How you feeling?
Yeah, yeah. I'm ready to give a rating.
Well, let's do it.
All right, y'all. We're gonna give our glizzy rating out of 5 glizzies on 3. You ready?
Alrighty.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep,
Yeah.
4 glizzies. All right,
Solid
y'all.
4.
Go to the movies.
Go
See you next time.
No Other Choice.
Yes.
Bye-bye.